People watching this may never have actually reached rock bottom before or understand what rock bottom really means. Like,
Facts.
can you say you've reached rock bottom before?
Yeah,
Actually?
I've lost everything and had to get it back, and then lost it all again and had to get it back.
We'll go over that fully.
Yeah, fully. Have you ever hit rock bottom before?
I think I've just hit rock bottom.
You just feel like you've hit rock bottom.
Well, yeah, you were here 24 hours ago, bro. I feel like I've just hit rock bottom now.
Yeah, facts. But in what sense? Because you still got a house, you still got a roof over your
It's
head.
not even just about that, bro. Like, I've still got absolutely everything that I want, but I lost something that was going to give me more. Do you like when you invest into something?
That potential.
Do you like when you invest into something, yeah?
Yeah,
and you expect a return from it.
Yeah.
And you put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of resources,
a
lot of sacrifices
into
that one thing, yeah?
You put all the eggs in one basket.
And it
just lost the basket.
And obviously then there's just a massive hole. Then just someone just gets like a double pump shotgun, yeah, like double pump, and just from underneath, yeah, your basket just lets it off, and all your eggs are like popped everywhere.
Airlifted.
We're talking absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at right now.
That's how you're feeling. Shit.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel for you, bro.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
I know, but how
I've reached rock bottom. I've reached rock bottom numerous times, and so have you. Like, we both have reached rock bottom, yeah. But the bounce back's always so much better.
Facts.
I enjoy that.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
I've got to that point now where I realise that because I'm so fast, like boom, it's always going to come crashing down, like boom.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go back over it, boom. But every time I like crash down just a bit less, and then like end up even higher, because obviously progress is not linear. But I've been seeing steady progress with the things that I should have probably put more effort and time into, the things that I was putting effort and time into.
Yeah, fuck.
So if I take that time out of there, and obviously allocate my chips to those things, I'll see elevation into the things that I probably should have been putting more time and effort into over the things that I have been putting time and effort into, if that makes sense without saying too much.
Facts. Man's talking realness already, and we've only just got into the podcast, you know. Shit.
We had to keep it real, wasn't
there?
No
we
point.
have to,
because this is like my therapy, because I don't talk.
I know, that's it.
I just think. So I'm just using this now as like a way to actually like just talk. But obviously, because it's on camera, I've got to kind of think about what I'm saying.
Yeah, trust me,
which is like helping me in like a mad therapeutic way. So Ash, the reason why you went missing off social media is because you got bagged, bro. Like on a level.
Yeah.
And I'm smiling about it now because you're out, yeah.
Yeah.
So we can smile about it, yeah. But at the time, yeah, like you've got to think like Alex had just died, like literally, like boom. And then like fast forward like not even like a month, yeah, and like you got bagged and I had no friends.
Yeah,
I was just like, what the fuck?
I know, I felt like
so.
Shit.
Why'd you get arrested? Bro?
Do you know what it is? I won't say I've always seen myself as a criminal, because I don't look at myself like that at all. Even though I don't abide by the rules of law, but I don't class myself as a criminal, because I actually am a nice guy. When people actually get to know me, I'm a nice guy. I'm easy to judge. Do you know what I mean? But I actually am a nice guy. But what it is with me is that simple facts is that I was homeless. I fell homeless. Having fights with my ex-girlfriend at the house with my mum and dad. It just got real. Far too quick. So when I fell homeless, like even though I was selling drugs before then, like it was one of them ones where when I fell homeless, I felt like I had to do it even more. I was like, fuck that period. Like I'm not being a bum. Do you know what I mean? And I felt like a bum being homeless. Do you know what I mean? Having to bounce yard to yard. I was staying at one nitty's house. I would jump into some girl's house, and then it's like it would just went from there, and then it was just things just went far too crazy. In that journey there of that, I'd say I think it was about a couple of months of me being homeless, jumping around place to place. That was like, oh shit, like I'm in this situation and I need to get myself out of it. It's only me that can get myself out of it. It was one of them ones where like someone was gonna come gift me some spot. I had my boy, he had his family's hotel, which I was staying in there, luckily for free as well. I stayed there for about 2-3 weeks, and then ended up moving into a student house. And then kind of from there, I just elevated in a lot of ways. Obviously, I sugarcoated my lifestyle with DJing to blend the selling, and then basically went from there. Obviously, a lot of people always say to me, like, why don't you put the DJing over the selling, da, 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 da. It was so hard for me at that point in my life because of the simple fact of the amount of money I was spending a month. Do you know what I mean? The yard, the food shopping. Obviously, I was taking steroids as well, so I was having to look at my steroid use. loads of things came into place where I was just spending a lot of money every month. So it was just like, it was hard for me to kind of come away from that and then just try get a job and stick to the DJing and as put in as much time as I wanted into the DJing. It was just one of them ones where it got long. And it's a bit like, I feel like the only reason I got to where I needed to be with the DJing was because I was selling, because I had the money, because I could do, in a sense, what I wanted, when I wanted, do you know what I mean? And that's where it kind of was like, I kind of took everything for a bit of an advantage, and I just slipped up a bit, and yeah, and it led me up going to jail.
So when did you think, oh fuck, shit? Like when did you think shit got real, bro? Like, because obviously you just vaguely gone over the fact that you had no choice, you did what you needed to do. People, we've all been there. Do you know what I mean? Like,
facts.
do you know what it is? You're like, girls tend to they go to OF. They'll do OF.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then boys
Still
tend to
legit
do
though,
like if they got nothing else, like they end up doing some sort of drugs, fraud, shit like that. Like there's a lot of crimes out there that people have been that get glorified and people jump into, but there's a lot of easier ways to make passive incomes. Like for me, obviously, when I was younger, the thing that got me out of a lot of trouble and that kept me out of trouble and kept me paid was being an online coach, having passive online income, which obviously is nice if you can get there. With the DJ, and the DJ wasn't paying you enough, but
yeah.
at what point did you realise, like, oh fuck, like, I'm in too deep?
You know what it was? It was when I'd cut off from my agent. So I had my agent, Tom Swift, really good agent as well. He was getting me like my bookings. Even though like we didn't see eye to eye on a couple of things, like I still had mad love for him because he did kind of bring that professional side out of me, and I'll always respect him for that. But when I cut off from my agent, and we were just like, oh yeah, like, you know, like the energy isn't right, and you know, we just kind of left it from there. We're still friends, do you know what I mean? Weren't one of them ones at all. We still wanted to see each other do well. So as soon as I left my agent, that's when I kind of just thought to myself, like, it was just like an excuse for me to trap more. So I thought, yeah, like I'm gonna put the DJing down for a bit. And I was still doing like my reels, still putting like videos up to keep them all engaged. Like I even sat down. It's upsetting because I sat down with my mum the Friday, so the day before I got arrested, on the Saturday, I went down to my mum's on the Friday. Had a little conversation with her. I was like, listen, like, I just want to do the clothing. I hate letting people down me, so that's why I'm always constantly grafting. Like even like I was trapping till like silly hours in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, because I'm trying to keep up with the bodybuilding. Like I had such like so many different images and so many different Ashleys. I had Dirty Rasta, Ashley Harper, Ashley Parker. I felt like there were just multiple versions of me. I had to kind of keep up with. And me moving stupid, I got far too comfortable. I just got far too comfortable. I tried lying saying I was driving too slow. I was driving the speeding limit, and then yeah, they just pulled up, and they were just like, obviously when I pulled over, thinking that they actually following me, they pulled over, they pulled up in front of the car. They were like, take your keys out the ignition now. So obviously I've done what they said, and then there was like, oh, we've got a immediate stop search on your license plate. So I was like, all right, no worries. There was like, is your car? And then obviously it was a rental. So obviously I called up my guy that I'll getting the rentals off. He's gave him all details. It's checked through, whatever. And then there was like, oh, we can smell cannabis. I'd put obviously fucking all the drugs down on my balls. Yeah. They didn't find nothing on me. And then they went round the car, and they ended up being a pot, like a medical cannabis pot, like filled with like class A's, and then basically they'd just been like looking at it, and they just arrested me for possession of class A's. Obviously they'd gone through my Nokia, and then obviously they de-arrested me, re-arrested me, and said obviously we were getting you done for intent to supply class A's, and that's when I just knew I'd fully fucked it. I was like, fuck, and I had my license. On my license it says my mum's address, so I was like, the first thing that came to mind is like, cool, I'm gonna send him there, even though it's so fuckery on my mum. Like I was just trying to dodge going to jail. Do you know what I mean? I was just trying to dodge it as much as possible, and then obviously, like I say, so I sent them to my mum's. They've obviously raided my mum's house, and then they've got me in an interview, and then they're talking about the interview. Like I thought I got away with it, like fully, like I'm gassed. Like they've not mentioned anything. They're just in the interview asking me a bunch of questions. Why have you got all this on you? And then I'm just like, oh, just obviously talking shit to them as you do, just talking bare shit to them, and then yeah, they've obviously basically like just at the end of the interview, like, oh yeah, we're gonna pack up here now. So I'm like buzzing in my head, like looking at my solicitor, because obviously my solicitor's 30 as well, Din solicitors, and then yeah, I'm sat there like looking at my solicitor like, yo, I'm actually getting away with this, and then he just was like collecting all the papers together and was like, oh yeah, I've got one more thing to mention. And then my solicitor looked at me and I was like, for fuck's sake. I just knew straight away what was going to happen. I knew it would just come in. There was like, oh, we found another house. As soon as I said that, I knew straight away, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I thought I was going away for like 6-7 years, bro. Like, no cap. I thought I was going away for like 6-7 years. And then, yeah, bro, it just got mad. Like, that's when it just hit me like shit at the fan. I was like, yo, like, I'm literally making it. And that's where it upset me because I thought, rah, like, I'd have been smashing it. Like, if I didn't get caught, I would have been smashing it. But I know I had to get caught because there was a reason why I got caught, and it was literally because I was far too comfortable. And the reason behind it all is literally because I need to learn. I need to embrace life. Do you know what I mean? And that's where it's like, that's where that journey for me was meant to happen. It was meant to happen.
Like, what was it like being in jail? Like, what do you know, like when you get banged up for the first time, you just got there, and what you thinking?
Oh, you feel like shit, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's the worst feeling ever. You feel like mentally drained, like really mentally drained. You sat there, you're in an environment you don't know. Obviously with me as well, I fear the unknown me as well. So it's like I'm coming into this and I'm thinking shit. And you know what it is, yeah? So I spent like 2 nights in the police station. They sent me to court, and then I stayed in court cells all day. Then they had to send me back to the police station because there was no room for me on the sweat box, taking me to Armley. And then I was like, oh my god, like, what is going on? Like, I was so confused. Took me back to Stane Road police station, stayed there for the night. They were like, you're going to Armley in the morning. So I was like, alright, no worries. And I woke up, they cracked my door. I'm literally like looking at them like this, like absolutely fucked. And they're like, you going Nottingham? And I'm like, my face just dropped and I was like, nah. I said, I'm not going but Nottingham, there's no way. I said, there's no way you're sending me all the way down there. I said, there's no way. And they were like, nah, we have to send you Nottingham, there's nowhere for you to go, mate. Like, there's no, because obviously I got arrested when the riots were happening. Do you know what I mean? So there was a lot of, all the riots were going on. There was a lot of arrests because of that. Police stations were overcrowded, prisons was overcrowded. So it was just like, it was nuts. So they sent me all the way down Nottingham. I actually had a sick experience in Nottingham. I met loads of nice people, good people. I met some fucked up people, as you do, because it's prison. A couple of madmen on the landing, and then yeah, and you know, it's like, I think with my energy and the way I am as a person, I can just talk to anybody. Me, so it's like, I think that's what made my jail sentence actually better. As bad as it sounds, like, I actually did have a sick experience in jail because of the simple fact that, like, the links that I built, the people I got speaking to, like, it just niced me down. Like, every jail I went to, like, I was only in Nottingham for 2 months, only for 9 days, and then they sent me to Wealdstone, and I was in Wealdstone for the rest of my sentence, which were like 6-7 months.
How has being locked up changed you?
It's changed me mentally, physically as well, because the only reason the physical side was because obviously the steroid use I was taking, I was on TRT before I got locked up, and I'd not jobbed for like 3 weeks because, like, I was just in a rut with, like, the steroid use thing, and, like, I let it affect my mindset because I was thinking, like, it ain't working for me no more. I was having problems, and I just think, like, I wasn't taking it serious. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was just letting it all slip away, and then I just was like, so when I got locked up, I was on TRT, and then when I'd got there, the next month, like, I was completely fine, and then a month, and then that's it. It just hit me. I was like, yo, I feel low. Like, I feel very low. Like, it's like I had to put a smile on my face even though I didn't want to smile. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had to say, oh, you're alright, officer. Yes, bro, you're alright. Like, I had to be like that when I didn't want to even be like that because I thought, like, I just felt fucked, like, mentally and physically. Like, I was just, like, down. Like, I didn't want to go to gym. I was still pushing myself to go to gym, training with the boys. So that's the only thing that actually helped me, was just training, heavy leg sessions, getting leg press, putting 300-400 kg. Yeah.
What equipment did you have?
Leg press, we had some Nautilus equipment. The gym in Nottingham was actually good because we've got 2 different gyms. I obviously, because I got put as a cleaner straight away when I went to Ewing, I had 10 gym sessions a week. So I was absolutely flying. Like, I was loving it, bro. Like, I was literally just like protein, getting extra food because I was a cleaner, getting extra food, whipping up in my pad in the kettle, making more scran. I can cook a fire track the mackerel.
We'll put that. Well, not
The
mackerel.
tunas,
Can you make anything nice?
yeah, the mackerel nice.
Just mackerel.
Mackerel, tuna. There's loads of things, but because that was a cat B, like you're not allowed like brevels and stuff like that. But when you go to a cat C, you can get brevels, hot plates and stuff like that, and it's like you can actually whip up when you're in cat C. When you're in cat B, it's a bit more rough.
Had you been charged at this point?
No, I'd pled guilty, so I pled guilty straight away on the Monday. I had 4 charges against me, class A's and B's. Pled guilty to them all straight away because I knew straight away, obviously, that I'm not going to go to trial. I'll lose a trial and then I'll just get more time, so it didn't make no sense. So I pled guilty straight away, and then they just put me straight. Like I say, took me straight back to the police station. From police station, went to Nottingham, and then I was there for 2 months.
Right, and then obviously then you moved on to somewhere else.
Yeah. So I went from a cat B to a cat B to a cat C. But
Why?
the only reason I went from a cat B to a cat B is because when I got sentenced, I didn't want by video link. So they could have done me by video link, and more time I would have gone from Nottingham to Ramby, which is a cat B to a cat C. But they didn't do that. What they wanted me present in court. So I went from Nottingham, which was long as well because we had to take 2 different lads to courts. So we went north, back up south to go back north. So I was on the sweatbox for about 5 hours. It was ridiculous.
Did you get to the toilet?
What you say? I just piss in a bottle. Well, the piss bag, like a piss bag.
Yeah.
So I had to do a couple of them. So I drink a lot of water, me. And then but it was rough because when I got to court, obviously I was drained from the journey, then pled guilty to that, and then they'd sent me straight to Armley from there, just because it was local in Leeds, because they couldn't send me straight to Cat C, so they sent me local to Armley. As soon as I got there, imagine I didn't shower because of the simple fact that I was going court, so you can't shower because they get you early in the morning. They came and grabbed me at like 7 in the morning to get my bus. I was in reception for like hours, waiting for everyone to get checked through, the other people from court and stuff like that. So I was in reception for hours, which is long because you just sat in like a little waiting cell bit. And then, obviously I was sat there, and then we'd jumped on the bus, and then when we got down to the courts, I thought, it's going to be quick. I was in there for hours as well. So then by the time I'd got to Armley, it was like bang up, so I couldn't get a shower. And then imagine the next day, they come, and they were like, 24-hour bang up. I was like, I've never heard of that in jail. 24-hour bang up. So basically, what it was,
at all.
Yeah, you're not allowed out your cell whatsoever.
Why was that?
And that was because simple fact, there was there was a lack of staff. So because there was a lack of staff and there wasn't enough staff on that wing, there was 24-hour bang up, and that was for 2 days in a row. So I literally couldn't get a shower for 3 days. I was like, what the fuck? Like I was blagged. Like I was so blagged. Because even
Were you in your own cell?
what you say, sorry?
Were you in your own cell?
No. I was in a double in Nottingham and then a double in Armley. I was in a single when I got to Wheelston. But yeah, it was mad. So Kev, you've had your own rock bottom. Speak to me how it was losing Alex, because I know that was just before I got arrested that happened, and I know the mental effect that it had on you, physically and mentally, and I seen you kind of go through that rut. Do you know what I mean? So like, how did that actually make you feel?
I think what it did was it made me not feel.
Yeah, you went numb in it.
Just went numb, so numb. Nothing's really changed. I still kind of feel the same.
Yeah, facts.
But like, it made me feel very numb because I used to be quite emotional. Tried to find the good in everything, happy, like positive. Let's go gym, everyone, online coach, love it. Everyone,
yeah.
Star jumps. Do you know what I mean?
You had that energy in it, yeah.
Had that energy, but I think obviously like we were filming the podcast. I remember we were filming the podcast and like Alex's one messaged me and I looked at the message and I was just like, Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
it's mad because I remember that. It was mad.
So then I just kind of like couldn't be arsed, and obviously because I was in a relationship at the time as well with somebody, and I kind of thought that was like the rest of my future, as you do. It was like hard to then feel.
Yeah.
If
So
that
then
makes sense.
so then it
And then it
kind
was
of
like
put a downfall on that as
so then
well.
that crumbled.
Yeah.
It was like a domino effect of just like detachment, and then
Yeah.
like I think I deleted all my personal social media accounts. I just kept my gym ones. Like kind of detached myself from everybody. Started training in very quiet, small gyms everywhere. Just kind of put myself in a box. Like I didn't speak to anyone. I started an OnlyFans marketing agency. Sat on this sofa pretty much, and I didn't leave the house for about a week. Like setting up like new models and like all the accounts and stuff, and I kind of just applied myself to that. But I
Yeah.
was
Is
just
that what were you focused on that business? Is that what kind of like made you feel better, or were you
it
still
just made me
feeling?
money,
Yeah.
a lot of money
Yeah. Facts.
at the
Facts.
time. So obviously at the time I'd just come from online coaching. I was doing about eight eight and a half grand a month, like easy,
Madness.
chilling.
Yeah. Madness.
And then like then I didn't feel anymore. So it's hard to coach people. So like people were telling me that they couldn't do this and that because of whatever, and I'm just thinking, well, I don't care,
Yeah.
which is not
Yeah.
how you should coach people.
Yeah. Facts. Facts. But you
So
know,
then I
the
had to,
reason I respect you is because you noticed that,
yeah.
and you
So then I
know
had
that
to just
because you
stop
could have been
doing
an
it.
absolute dickhead and carried on coaching people
No,
with that numbness. Do you know what I mean?
I
But it would
wasn't in
have
the
just
right
ruined your
place.
reputation and who you are as a person.
I
Do you know what
wasn't.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I wasn't in the right place. Obviously, like it was a very slow transition of like stopping coaching people, and then obviously like I was kind of mentoring people as well. I just started mentoring. I was about to start launching the whole like business mentorship stuff. And I had a few marketing clients at the time as well. So losing Alex basically gave me like a new perspective on life that was like I just didn't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
obviously that wasn't the right attitude to have in a lot of things. So I quickly reevaluated myself as a person and actually like saw like what would work. I I knew straight away that obviously I needed to find a new income. So I started an OnlyFans marketing agency, like I said, and I just applied myself to that, and I had about 6 models in the first week.
Yeah. Mad.
I don't know, like some of them were doing 4 grand, 6 grand in a week and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Others did that in a day. Like there was
That's fucking crazy.
some
That is
days where
crazy.
like you would see 4K straight in a day.
Yeah, he's mental
So then that like kind of like filled a little hole because I've seen a bit of money coming through, trying new things, doing new things, and then like obviously I was like working with girls who like who who kind of like they provided like a bit of an emotional support, if that makes sense,
that. Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
knew what I was
Yeah.
going through. They probably knew Alex themselves. You know what I mean? Some of them did, and it kind of worked. Whereas like with gym lads, it was a bit like they just asked all the wrong questions. And I just like wanted to
Yeah.
smack them.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I
A lot
feel
of
you.
people ask me things and I just not answer them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like I
Yeah.
just want to fight them. So I just got to that point where like I kind of just put myself in a box. I was only dealing with speaking to probably like 8 people, and then I started seeing somebody as well during this time period who actually like provided me with a lot of emotional support at the time.
Yeah.
But I completely lost myself as a person, lost purpose, lost meaning.
Yeah.
To say how sad is
What
just like,
fully? What do you feel like? Do you feel like you fully
I
lost
felt
it?
like I could have died and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Like I almost
Shit.
justified suicide to myself about 3 times.
Yeah.
Not saying that I'd never do it because I
Yeah.
wouldn't do
Yeah.
it, but I
Yeah.
mean
Yeah.
like I was thinking, well, I can fully see why some people would consider doing it because what is actually the point?
Yeah. Literally.
So then
I
like
feel you. I feel
fuck
you
me,
on
and
that.
then obviously it was a lot really, but as like the time goes by, nothing changes at all. It's all just the same, but then the feeling just becomes normal. It's like the numbness just became normal, and I just realised quickly that I've just got to kind of live my life with the numbness, with the emptiness and the sadness. But losing Alex to this day, there's still no real justice because there was like a lot of things that like went terribly wrong
Yeah.
from like medical services themselves. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and a lot of shit that I can't even talk about to be honest. And it's like mad because it's still unresolved stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And
It's like a missing piece, isn't it? To solve the puzzle in a sense. You know
Well,
what I mean?
it's
Trying to put
solved.
it
It's
away.
solved. Like I know what it is, but we can't
Yeah.
talk about it because obviously it's got to get dealt with properly. But
Yeah.
it's not like people always have like, and then people then ask mad shit like saying, "Oh, is it because of this?" And then speculation. You hear people talking shit as well. So I think obviously
It's hard because you know the truth as well. So when you're hearing like little rumours and little bits and bats, I can
it just
imagine
makes
it
me
be so.
extremely angry.
Yeah, I can
Do you know what I mean?
imagine. I can imagine.
So then I went from being really upset to really angry, and then obviously then I went to not sleeping. So then I suffered with insomnia quite badly to the point where like I like ripping my hair apart. Like I literally like felt like I was smashed my head against a brick wall trying to sleep.
Yeah.
And I went to the doctors, got some help, started taking some fucking mad tablets that they gave me.
Did that actually help?
No, it did, but then I felt like I felt really dopey and stupid the day
Yeah,
after.
yeah.
It's like I transitioned out of them, and then obviously there's always the herb. That's never going to stop. That's always been like, I say comfort blanket or a way of escaping. I don't know
Yeah,
what you
it
want to
makes you
call
forget
it.
your feelings in a sense, innit?
Yeah, so that
Your
served its
thoughts
purpose.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it masks everything, innit?
I don't think I've actually spoke about. I think I spoke about it properly to like probably like one person and stuff, but I don't really have many emotions right now. Like I'm kind of just alright with life.
Yeah.
I don't really get
Do you
upset.
have purpose though now?
What?
Do you have purpose now though?
Yeah.
Yeah. You actually have a life that you feel like you want to live in it.
No.
No.
No. There's a lot of things that I'd change in my life, but obviously you've got to
What
work.
are you gonna do about that then?
Obviously you've got to work for those things.
Yeah,
There's nothing you can do
100%.
about them apart from everything. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you can only really complain about things that you haven't actually. You can't complain about things that you haven't actually tried to get. So if you feel like you're missing money in your life and you've not actually put the time and effort into earning that money, then how can you be upset about it?
Yeah. Facts.
Get up
period,
and do it.
Period.
So I don't feel like that in that respect. But yeah, like you'll notice now, I don't really smile anymore, and and if I find
Yeah.
something funny, I actually don't laugh. I don't
Yeah.
know,
You're really numb, man. Like I've noticed that. Like
but it's slowly. I'm
you look
reintroducing.
lifeless, bro. Like
No, but I'm
I'm capping.
reintroducing myself into like civilization and people
Yeah,
again.
yeah. No. I've noticed that. I've
And then
noticed
obviously, like I've started DJing at a night time, which before I'd have been like,
that. Has
no
that
way.
helped you as well?
Yeah,
100%.
loads.
Like
Yeah.
socialise, etc.
It's just forcing me to socialise, really.
Yeah.
But it's a job, so that I show up to it because it pays, and then obviously there's like a bit of a push on effect. But then going forward, I don't know. It's like I don't think it's probably the worst possible thing that could have happened to me really at the time. Straight facts, because it completely threw me off everything, and
Yeah.
I basically had to start again.
Yeah.
So I was basically at rock bottom, and I was just like, where the fuck am I gonna go now, really?
Yeah. No, I feel you with that.
It's like even like me joking about the last 24 hours being like bad, like that's minor.
Yeah.
Because like
yeah.
when I compare it to like how I felt then, I'm like, yeah, no, minor.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
actually helps me now, because I'm thinking
Yeah.
I've never been as low as that since
Yeah.
that. So like I kind of just like can always look at anything that happens now and think that's nothing on that.
Yeah.
Just kind of
yeah.
just move on. So that's why I'm just numb.
Yeah. So, Kev, how did it make you change your movement in your life?
I completely changed my career path. Like I went from online coaching and like obviously digital marketing to OnlyFans marketing agency.
Would you ever go back into online coaching?
If you asked me this question yesterday, yeah,
Yeah.
if 2 days ago, yeah, as I said no, and then this morning I actually joked to somebody and I said, you know what? In hindsight, online coaching was actually a very, very, very happy, positive, easy for me. It's not easy, but it was easy for me because it was like that's all I ever knew.
Yeah.
Way of obviously earning a living, helping people, having like a purpose in life.
Yeah, you're good at coaching people because it's not like you just coach them and like is in gym. Like it's about life as well. You take it really deep, and that's what I like about you. Like you. This is why I think you was really good at coaching. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like when I met you and you were coaching, like you was smiling. You was Kev that wanted to boost everybody, push people, show people how to be, just setting a good example for everybody. Really, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not
I
saying
really
that you're not
cared.
doing that now. I'm not saying that
No,
you're not
I'm
doing
not.
that now.
I'm like the
It's
last
just because,
person you should be using
like,
as an example.
with social media nowadays, you know, like it's kind of like a life investment. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got to show people, and you've got to interact with and engage with as many people as you possibly can. And it does come with a sacrifice of your time and efforts.
It's your life.
Yeah.
I put every living minute of my day into my coaching. Like my routine was, I'd
Facts.
wake up, I'd do 10,000 steps while messaging clients, and then I'd go do my cardio after like a very small, like EAAs or protein snack,
Yeah.
not fasted, to start protein synthesis, obviously, and obviously like off the back of the cardio while my body was in a bit of a fastedish state. So I'd do that, but then at that time I'd then be messaging cold. I'd be cold DMing, which is basically like messaging people that you don't know, and like welcoming to a page, like people that followed me in that day from like what I've posted.
Yeah.
To then I'd then finish that to then drive into either work, college, uni, whatever it was at the time that I was doing, and I'd spend the whole day messaging warm. So obviously like people I've been having chats with forever. Obviously these people I might start a conversation with me like 2017, 2018. They signed up in 2020. But I continuously kept messaging them, always giving free advice. Anyone asked me questions, boom, boom, boom.
Engaging in it.
Free plans, everything. Like gave so much off for free. Obviously, it all paid off. Like I'd launch a challenge or something, people would sign into it. So I've already gotten results before for nothing.
Yeah.
So the value's there. I've added the value before even selling them a service type of thing.
Yeah. Facts.
So I really lived and breathed it. Like I was Mr. Like I was always an ultra flex. Everyone that meets me now still asks me if I still work there. I'm like, I PT'd there, yeah, but I never actually worked there. I never had a job at ultra flex in my life.
It's because you was there that much, innit?
Yeah. Like, and I just literally, I was a bit of a piece of furniture. So I lived less than 15-minute walk away from the gym. So it was my local gym. And as the gym grew, I grew with it. And as the clout grew with me. Do you know what I mean? I've never actually competed.
Yeah.
Myself. I never stepped on stage. I prepped for a competition to step on stage, but never felt big enough. Still feel absolutely tiny.
Yeah.
I'm the lightest I've been in a while, biggest I've looked. So, like, I'm getting to a point now where when you have so much time off something, because obviously if you've got a job and somebody dies, you're going through bereavement. I feel like I've just took a year out.
Yeah.
I needed to.
Do you feel like you've fallen out of love with the gym?
No, because I want to go to the gym now.
You want to go to the gym now?
Last week I didn't.
Yeah, I noticed that.
But obviously things have changed and like things have happened and I've not really got as much stress.
Yeah, I think you're the best version. When you're in the gym, I think you're the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. So that being said, obviously I've been spending more time in the gym. Like I want to increase my session times now from 25 minutes to maybe an hour and 20 minutes. Like proper personal training. Put fasted cardio back in the morning with a cold shower, sauna. Get into that routine. Obviously my food's already been good. I've been getting on top of my food for the last few weeks because
you have.
I have to for my size.
Yeah.
Else I'd be tiny. So as long as I eat my food, I'll always keep my size.
Yeah, that's one thing you're good at, is your food, innit?
Yeah.
I'll always respect you for that.
Yeah, so I could go to the gym and do five working sets, 5 exercises, walk in, walk out. The size will never go nowhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, add in a bit of like juice.
The KA juice.
I did a bit of juice and like ramp up the training volume, and the physique will come back to life in about, I'd give myself 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I'll bring it straight back to life.
Are you gonna jump back on cycle again?
I literally had my first jab like last week, so I'm on. I wouldn't say I'm on the cycle now,
Yeah.
but I'm more than in the mindset that I'm locking myself into something. Yeah. I'm gonna coach myself a little bit. I've got a bit of advice off like the top level bodybuilders, because obviously I've known them all my life, messaged them. I was going to invest in a plan and a coach, but I don't want to put anyone through the stress of like me at the moment.
Yeah.
And then once I've like got myself through me at the moment, I'll then
when you're your best version of yourself, start spreading.
When I got because I can get my physique back to a good standard myself.
Yeah.
And then when I push it to a competitive standard, then I'll give the reins to somebody else, because I'm then gonna give the reins to somebody else, because that's always going to make that bigger difference, because it's going to take that emotional attachment away. But I'm going to enjoy the fun of playing with my own physique, because I'm not coaching on it at the minute, so I've got enough time to put it to myself.
That's it, man. That's it. That's why I can't wait to get locked back in, bro. Because it's like knowing the physique I used to have and how big I used to be, to now coming off of juice and going to jail and not actually doing a proper TRT and coming off properly, like it's actually shown me a lot and it's made me realise a lot as well. So like a lot of people, like when I used to tell people in jail, or like yeah I was on juice, because like my mum sent me loads of photos of me just looking absolutely wedge in the gym, and people are like, yo, that used to be you. Like they used to be like looking at me then and then looking at me now like, nah, is that your twin or something? And I'm laughing and I'm like, nah, and I'm just saying it's juice in it. But the thing with people is they don't understand, like the levels that we want to be at, you can't get there naturally.
Yeah, just to translate, juice means steroids.
Yeah. Yeah, just so people know.
No, you can reach it naturally if you've got the genetics for it, which
No,
not
100% I
many
agree.
people do.
There you go.
That's why set man are better than certain people. Set man, who the fuck do I think I am? Certain people are better at bodybuilding than others, and then others are just smart. Like,
Roadman Kev just come out
a-
then.
I'm a-
Roadman Kev just come out then.
I'm not been around for years. And then like, obviously, I've just always been a smart bodybuilder. Like, my genetics are shit. I was very skinny. I've been fat, and I'm only this big because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, period.
So I went and educated myself. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, like, I'm gonna actually physically, like, I'm not gonna vlog and document my journey, blah blah blah. But like, I'm just gonna do what I need to do for 6 to 8 weeks and give the plan away for free.
Yeah, I
Because,
respect that.
well, it's not even that, though. It's just one of the things, because people want to know anyway. So I'm just gonna tell people exactly what I did transparently rather than lying.
Yeah.
What I took, what I did, when, routine, boom. So I'm just gonna do the same thing for 8 weeks. I'm not even gonna push food high, low, whatever. I'm just gonna just do the same things.
Yeah, that you've been doing.
Yeah, pretty much, but
just training
with
harder.
just not specifically harder, but more volume. I might still train at the same hardness, TDE.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd say I'm probably pushing 6 out of 10 at the minute. Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I'd say 4 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie, cause I've seen you train hard, bro. I've been there when you've trained hard, innit? So I will say 4 out of 10.
Yeah, but I've not had that fire to want to train since obviously losing Alice. I've not wanted to go to the gym and train hard. It's not what I want to do. I wanted to go and feel my muscles. So obviously I need to then get that one. If I had a goal, a proper goal, like, oh, I'll need my, if even a holiday might do it, yeah. Like, no, it wouldn't. I need something serious to actually like make me train hard.
You need that purpose back in the gym, don't you?
I don't know. I need something. I just.
You need a goal to work towards. I think personally, that's what it is with you. You need a goal.
Yeah, but getting
Once
massive.
you get locked in, you get really locked in. Like you get like very locked in. Do you know what I mean? Like
I can get really.
there's no
locked in.
outside for you. Like once you're locked in, there's no outside for you. That's all you know. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you did have a goal in the gym, I feel like you would just get locked in. So that's maybe like something that you might need to actually set yourself like an actual goal in the gym, because that's what you'll just kill it. You just turn up to the gym religiously, like you like, yeah, you're just gonna train, but you're not gonna train as much, like as hard as what you wanted to do. Especially when we were training ultra flex, like look how hard we was training all the time, like non-stop. Like we were just every session, like don't get me wrong, even though some sessions wouldn't hit high expectations, we still trained hard. We still had
And we're
heavy
hitting the
weights
food
going.
like we're having 4 muffins.
tell them about the muffins, man.
What people
Tell them about
understand is
the
like
muffins.
when I got to 115 kilos, yeah, them days. But I'm like, nah, I don't know what weight now. I'm not going to say I'm 95 because I bet I've put loads of weight on since 2 weeks ago. But when we were pushing them size, we were having 4 muffins, a full Tropicana, family size like orange juice or apple juice,
Literally.
and then we started adding in the Mackies.
That was nuts.
But obviously, like
actually
we were
did.
just
We
pushing
actually
calories. We weren't pushing.
Weren't even bothered about
No,
eating
no,
healthy
we were
food,
just proper
literally, yeah,
pushing
like,
calories and just like pushing big weights, yeah, like proper
literally,
old school, and our massive, yeah.
like Sam Sulek sort of style,
Yeah,
like,
it was like dumb-
triple cheeseburgers and that dripping and that, and man is just squatting into me, you know, left, right, and
This
centre.
one, I didn't feel like this. I used to recover. Like now,
I feel a lot healthier though. I mean, you know, like I'm eating like good food. Like,
yeah, cause I started struggling to get upstairs. I was struggling to walk
I
upstairs.
was like a troll, bro. I was like,
I was sleeping like a baby. I was snoring like a
Yeah,
fart.
yeah,
Like,
just-
wait, bad. But yeah. Sometimes.
alright, no worries. So, Kev, yeah, looking back at what happened, was it the worst thing or the best lesson that's happened to you?
It's literally the worst thing that could have possibly happened to me.
Yeah.
By standards. Obviously, the lesson.
It's not nice losing people.
No.
It's not at all.
I don't think I could have lost anyone at the time. obviously, apart from like, do you know what I mean? My mum's gonna live forever, obviously, but like my mum or something like that. There's very few people close to me that I could have lost, yeah, that would have had that much of an impact on me negatively like that.
Mm.
Because I used to speak to Alex every day.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that was like a fuck knows, but it was like the worst possible thing that could have happened to me. So the only thing I've learned from it is that you should communicate and always ask for help if you need help. Like if anyone that's obviously struggling with the mental health, like take that as a lesson. You shouldn't be suffering alone because Alex was very
Course.
strong. But no one's ever really going to be able to face everything on their own unless they go and get help. So even if you're going to see a doctor and stuff, and obviously in this case she did, and the fact that they didn't really do much. But
Yeah.
always like tell your friends how you feel. Always feel open to having conversations about topics that you don't talk about, and be be like be open to sadness. Like
Yeah.
don't let sadness stop you because you can be sad and you can still get up. You can still do what you need to do. Like I was sad and I started another business. It did very well and obviously did what I needed to do to make money. And like even though I didn't want to do anything, I found something. I still did
Yeah,
it. If
yeah,
that made sense.
yeah.
And I'll
You
always
didn't give up. That's what it was. You didn't give up.
I did give up. I gave up, but
Yeah.
I didn't completely like pack everything and like
Yeah,
try
yeah, yeah.
something. It did, after so long, it wasn't me anyway. Like as soon as when I started finding myself a bit more and wanted to get out a bit more, being locked in the house and stuff, and I kind of then started finding myself again. But I'm finding a new version of me, like being renting myself. So it only time will tell.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Only time will tell. To answer that. What about yourself, Ash? Because obviously you've done the jail thing. Like you're out now. Obviously you wanted to focus on your clothing,
Yeah.
which you've been selling garms. I've been there. I've seen like people that I know have been asking you for garms and stuff. Going to jail wasn't the best or the worst thing that could have happened to you.
It's hard when you know because I coming out of jail this time around. Like I am the only, I'm scared, and the only reason I actually genuinely say I'm scared is because of the simple fact of like, if it wasn't for my friends and my family, I think I would just be like, I'd just have that mindset of not giving a fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like I would just straight do stupid shit. I think personally, I'm not gonna lie, especially coming out this time around as well. Um, but my family and my friends are the reason that it's not sending me back. I thought I was going to be a jail cap. I'm not going to lie to you. I was sat there and I was actually like, yo, am I going to be in and out of jail? And is that this my lifestyle? Like, I had that thought so many times. I was like, nah, I can't live this lifestyle. Because with jail, freedom is priceless in it. And I will always agree with that. But like, I can't say too much, but just the experience you have in jail and the people you meet and the money opportunities you can make in there is crazy. It is actually crazy. So that's where like I kind of got lost up in that because like now because I've come out of jail and I've gone through shit this last couple of weeks. I'm not gonna lie, losing money, losing certain things, everything being everywhere. I had like less stress in jail and less problems to deal with. But that's just life. Like coming out with that, and that's why I feel like I am gonna turn around and say it has been the best lesson for me because it's making me who I am. It's shaped me into who I am. I feel like I'm getting stronger mentally and physically, even though I have had my little blips being out and I'm like stupid shit's happened the last fucking 48, 72 hours. Do you know what I mean? There's been some mad shit that's happened, so I know you're shaking your head, but there has been some mad things happen. Yeah. No comment literally. But yeah, it has been the best lesson for me to be honest with you because it's made me realise a lot about myself. I read 5 books whilst I was in jail, which I didn't think I was ever going to do. Like I didn't think I was ever going to read, so I've got that positive from it. So yeah, it has been the best lesson. I'm not gonna lie, it's been the best lesson for me. Like I say, if it weren't for my family and my friends, it's why I can't thank them so much. Especially my big cousin Mason. He having his newborn whilst I was in jail, that changed my life.
And therefore, that's what another thing as well. Like, it's been hard for me because coming out of jail and like being banned from driving and all these things that have been chucked at me, it's been hard to want to show love to my family and wanting to go down there because I'm just on this time schedule and I feel stuck. Do you know what I mean? Like that time doesn't exist to me because I'm so used to just sat up in my cell and just chilling. Like, it's like time doesn't exist to me. It's like I sat there and well, next thing you know, and I was going by and I'm like, whoa, what the? Do you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like, my time awareness is just gone out. Like, it's absolutely been. Do you know what I mean? So,
Okay, how are you going to fix that?
My main thing is I'm just used to living a fast life. That's what I also think throws me off as well. So coming out this time round, not actually having a fast life to do because I've just been sat there and just wanting to, like, I can chill, like I can genuinely chill, but I don't want to chill. That's the problem because I've been doing that in my room for like myself for 16 hours a day. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I'm wanting to be proactive. I'm wanting to do things, but then because like I feel like I'm also rushing, things are going wrong. So I feel like as soon as I just calm down, ground myself a bit and actually find myself and genuinely know who I want to be and where I want to be, which I do to an extent. I just think I need to focus on myself a bit more on the inside, internally. I just need to I need to work on myself inwards a lot. Do you know what I mean? And just heal. And I feel like I'll be there. 100%. I feel like I'll be there.
It's like that. One step forward, 10 steps back, or is it 10 steps forward, one step back? What you're basically doing is slowing down to move further forward.
Yeah, exactly that.
Which, like, goes without saying, has to be done.
Yeah.
Obviously,
For me, yeah, what I've realised is that before I was taking part, I'm not here to take part no more. I'm here to take over. And it's as simple as that. I'm going to show people that I just need to get ready for that.
Do you think people let pains and sadness slow them down too much? Do you think people let actual emotions affect their actual progression?
Life can get in the way in mysterious ways. Like, I've seen strong people fall, and they fall hard as well. Do you know what I mean? So life can be scary, especially when you see that yourself. Because especially when you're looking at someone and you look up to them and they crumble, you're like, shit. Like, it hits you even more because you're like, right, like, life's just done that to him. I just thought he was strong mentally and physically, and one little blip, and that's happened to him. Do you know what I mean? So I do believe, and I do understand that it is really hard to try keep life out of your routine or whatever you're doing to get to your direction or to get to your destination. But you need to stay locked in no matter what. Like, it is hard. It's hard. Do you know what I mean? Life is hard, and people need to understand that, especially in the 21st century. It's not no joke. Like, we have it easy, but it's mad because we have it easy, but we also have it hard. Do you know what I mean?
What is it, bro? Is it easy or is it hard?
It's hard and easy. It's hard. The only way I can describe it as is that it's easy as in, like, we've got phones, we've got things that are in front of us that we can educate ourselves like that. Do you know what I mean? Compared to what we have with our parents. Do you know what I mean? So we are more knowledgeable, I think, because it is all just in front of us.
There's also more contamination.
There you go, and that's what I was going to say. And it comes, there's a lot of there's a lot of toxic traits that come with a lot of things. Do you know what I mean? And like, I feel like, especially in our generation as well, like, this Gen Z, like, we're all just backwards. We all just think backwards. Like, we don't have thicker skin. It's mad. It's mad. We are like, this is why it's hard to explain because it's like we're soft. We're soft, have it easy, but then life's hard because of, let's say, for instance, the price is going up. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've got inflation happening all the time. Do you know what I mean? You've got petrol going up all the time. You've got houses that are going up all the time. You've got jobs. If you're working standard 9 to 5 job now, yeah, like back in the day, 20, 30 years ago, yeah, you can have a guy like, oh yeah, I worked myself up and I went from just working here to manager, from manager to owning the company. It's not like that no more. You can work 10, 15 years in that company and you will not be a manager. You will not be the top up there. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, like, I think it was easy back in the day to get that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas now it's really.
So what should young people do now then?
Young people right about now, they need to be focusing on themselves. They need to know who they want to be, where they want to be. They need to find direction. They need to find a path, and they need to put 100% into that path. Do you know what I mean? No going back. So this is one thing that I regret with the DJing, because I wish if I did this with the DJing, yeah, they need to find something that's going to make them money and that they're going to genuinely enjoy, and they're going to work for themselves. Facts. Because if you just sit there and think, oh, I'm just going to work for somebody for the rest of their life, that can't happen. It just don't work like that. It just don't work like that. And
For some people, bro, they're
it does.
content.
Yeah, they are really content. Like, I've seen people like.
I'm not going to take anything away from anyone that does anything, only because, like, I've realised contentment is almost a lot better than the mad shit that we do, constantly trying to chase progress.
I've sat there and always said this,
bit there fucking chilling.
Yeah, I'm always sat there like, yo, why can't I just be a normal guy, has a normal job, has a girlfriend, takes her on dates and stuff like that? Like, I've always said that to myself, but I'm just not. I don't know. For me, I'm just not prepared to have that lifestyle. I want everything.
What's your ideal girlfriend?
My ideal girlfriend is like a girl that's really independent, strong. She has strong beliefs. She reads books. She loves her knowledge. That's going to believe in you, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
If I need to like spend like 3 hours in the gym, then obviously it's just okay, because like a lot of men out there, like, you just at home, you don't go to the gym because obviously you go don't go to the gym because your man's too insecure. And it's stressed because like it's a bad situation to be. So like my main thing is I'd like a woman that supports the gym thing, because it does cause a lot of big pain. And then obviously the whole entrepreneur thing, and then there's the whole tin of worms of managing early fans, like how you can get around that and shit. So like my ideal person is probably not existing.
Like, the only thing is with me, like, the only reason like I'm not in a relationship right about now is because I don't love myself 100% and appreciate myself 100% to then love someone. But I'm really focusing on myself at the moment of time. This is why, like, I'm not going out chasing women, because a lot of people are like, yo, bro, like,
yeah, I would never go out chasing. There's a difference between chasing and like pushing away, though, because I feel like sometimes I find myself pushing other people away. It's like I'll have somebody there that wants to help me and might even be absolutely perfect, but I still make an excuse in my head or some reason why. It's just like, do you know what I mean? And then just away. And then is that not self-sabotage, because a lot of strong men do have a strong woman behind them.
Facts, I've seen that mine on life.
Is that what we miss it?
I hear it. I don't think women can, with what I want in life, I don't think women can cope with the journey of where I need to be.
Yeah, but I feel like you should be able to train them up.
Yeah, I do.
I'm playing devil's advocate here because I'd have time to do that. But
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
it's not something. I feel like if it was the right person,
if it was the right person, man, and it was genuine love, yeah, like we looked eye to eye, we felt it. You know what I mean? It's that actual feeling where the energy's just right, and I just know that's the woman I want to be with. Then fair enough. But I'm not prepared, because I noticed a lot of relationships, like, you have this little honeymoon phase, a couple months goes by, do you know what I mean? And then it just falls off, like, the energy just falls off, like, you both, I don't know, you both.
It becomes stale.
Yeah.
I want to see progress in a relationship, me.
Constant progress.
I feel like my next partner probably somebody that I'm gonna start a business with.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because that's what I'm like looking for in a relationship. But if it's not adding that type of value, I don't think it's.
Yeah, I'd love to have a woman. I'd love to go up with a woman and have kids with them. Look back and think, wow, look where we've been the last 15 years. Do you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? And look what we've got now.
Yeah.
I'd love that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that would be a dream. That would be a dream come true. Do you know what I mean? But I just don't think, with the mindset. I'm not saying all women have this mindset either. But with a lot of girls in our generation, with a lot of girls in our generation, it's like they can just. I'm not saying they can just sit on their ass and do nothing, but it's like they want the man to have everything. Like, they want them to have a nice car,
but
they want them to have a nice house.
I feel like the man should do that though. Like, you can't get.
Yeah, I believe.
Expect a woman to. If your woman's providing for you, then
it don't make sense. But I believe in protecting and providing for a woman.
I know for a fact a lot of you people listening right now feel like you're at rock bottom. And a lot of you young people right now don't know what direction you want to go into. And you're looking at me and Ashli like, oh, look at them, they're smashing it, wherever. But like, we're doing as well as we can do with the cards that we've been dealt. You can only really deal with the cards you get dealt in life. Like if you've got a set of jokers, yeah, then that's what you have. You've got to
change them.
you have to bluff your way to something better.
True.
I mean, you have to bluff your way.
You've got a bluff of blackjack.
Yeah.
You've got a bluff of blackjack.
Something, but
You best get a king and an ace in there.
but you have to deal with the cards you've been dealt with. So if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling upset, you still got to get up. You still got to work. If you've got no energy, that's fine. Get up, work. Like if you've not had that much sleep and it's time to get up and work, get up and work.
Facts.
Don't do and don't give up. Don't do nothing and don't do what your body wants you to do, which is give up. Like use your mindset, be better, and like want to get out of the situation that you're in right now, because that fuel from like your despair, sadness, and your losses can fuel you to a whole new level, like and elevate you to a new you, a better version of yourself off the back of being at the bottom, because it cannot get any worse. But you've got to actively want to do something.
So there's a lot of distractions, and the main focus you need to be doing is taking yourself away from them distractions and having that inward thinking and having that deep thought process of actually knowing where you want to be and who you want to be. That should be your main focus. If you're at rock bottom, you feel like absolute shit, yeah, and you feel like garbage, the main focus you should be telling yourself is looking in the mirror and saying, who do you want to be and where do you want to be? Start focusing on you, nothing around you, none of the distractions, not your girlfriend, not your boyfriend, your cousin. Help yourself first before helping anybody else.
It's a really good time for you to focus on yourself and to avoid all the outside distractions from the outside variables, all the noise. That just lock into being the best version of yourself, and that's how you get yourself out of rock bottom. Because if you are better when you're at the bottom, when things get easy, it's easy.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
When you're in routine, it flows.
It
It's
just
smooth.
flows.
It's smooth.
it's only hard to begin with, and it just
Yeah.
gets easier.
Literally.
So what I'm going to instruct everybody to do is, if you're at rock bottom, I want you to either comment or message one of us on any platforms and just tell us about why you're at rock bottom, and we will give you as much time as we can to listen and help you,
Yeah, genuinely.
obviously with an action plan and way of getting yourself out of rock bottom,
Facts.
because we've all been there before and you don't have to be there forever. Sometimes it's just hard finding someone to speak to that understands you. Sometimes it's hard to find someone that you can just like be open with and obviously be able to get advice from that's been there. So feel free to message, but speak to somebody and do not face it alone.
There's also many people in the same situation, in the same boat as you, so you're not alone.
A lot of you might not have actually reached rock bottom yet, but if you ever do, you definitely know this conversation.